Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's time for another manhwa review, and this one is an intense one. Welcome back to the channel, guys. If you are into solo leveling, this is something very similar to that one, and it's really good. I really enjoyed it. In fact, I would even say, at least from the first volume of solo leveling compared to this first volume, I prefer this one. Now, I have read a lot and seen a lot of solo leveling, so I know that the story does progressively get better, even though it starts pretty good. But this one starts really good. We do get quite a bit of a story in the beginning, and it almost feels like the beginning kind of doesn't really matter and won't matter as the story progresses, but it does show the passion that the character has to do the right thing. And it's a great series. Before anything, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share on this video, because that helps tremendously. It not only helps me, but also helps the company Easy Press, which is a subsection from Yen Press that releases manhwas. They release full color books. They're gorgeous. They do really well. And I will talk about a little bit of the action scenes that we see here, because that's probably one of the biggest questions. Does it translate well from a webtoon to an actual book? And I'm going to say this company does a pretty good job. They don't rip off on the full pages that have to be full pages, and on the stuff that really matters when it comes to action, they keep it where it's very sequential at the right spot. So go check them out. Easy Press. You can find them on yenpress.com. Check out all the different stores that sell them there and all the discounts you can get. Really, really good book. So, okay. SSS-Class Rival Hunter. It follows the story of Gonja Kim, and he is essentially a loser. Kind of how he's described in the back of the book. It's a world of abilities, essentially, very similar to solo leveling. They're going into dungeons and defeating the dungeons, and different levels are being defeated, and there is rankings on who is the best one. And he is definitely at the bottom. Now, on the very top, we have this character who is a little bit of a scumbag, to be honest. We find out, or he finds out, through stumbling in the wrong spot at the wrong time, that he is actually the number one person because he has a special ability. Now, our character Kim, he gains an ability, and that is that if he is killed by someone, he can then take their ability or one of their abilities and then use it. Now, essentially, he revives. He revives at, I think, 24 hours, or what's the exact thing? He cannot die. So if he's killed, he can take a power. The power he takes from the guy is that if he's killed, he wakes up 24 hours prior to the event. So that's the ability that the guy has been using and abusing, essentially. When he is killed, he's able to go back in time and save himself from it. So it's very tricky because now he has the ability, but also the other guy has it. So he has to be very careful in how he handles things. And essentially, he ends up deciding to kill himself over and over and over again. I think it's like 4,000 times is yeah, 4,050 times he has to do it, so that he can waken up in the past exactly a day before the villain gets his ability. So he goes into the past, and essentially in the past he defeats him and gets him killed, so that he no longer has the ability, and basically now he's living in the past and having to go through everything again that he already lived, but he starts being targeted by the number one fighter at that time, who he doesn't know who his special ability is until he gets killed by him. When he awakens, he finds out that the ability that he had in secret was that he had a ghost following him at all times, who basically trained him to be the best warrior. So now he awakens, he has his new power, he has this warrior, he's training with the warrior, and really the rest of the volume is him training with him, as well as learning how to get money to cheat the system and get rich. The very last part of it is him getting or becoming friends really with one of the top 5 members in the future. She's still a nobody in the past, but he knows that she is the #1 alchemist that exists, that they can even have. But she doesn't know it yet, and she doesn't know that she's going to be very good in the future. But he trusts her into creating some potions for him for his training, which essentially is it's almost like ecstasy, to be honest. It makes him where he's powerful enough to go battle and win battles, but also see his own aura and use it to fight. So it's very much an interesting series. I really have enjoyed it. I'm honestly very excited to see what happens in volume 2, because now he has to kind of hide from this guy, and the reason why is because the guy has another ability, which is seeing his kill count, and in the eyes of this #1 fighter, his kill count is 4,051, because he's killed one person on top of killing himself 4,050 times. So this is obviously an issue that is keeping him from now interacting with the person that possibly could have trained him, could have been a good ally. Now he can't really have him with him. So just it is what it is. That in a nutshell is the volume. I really like the action scenes. I really like the whole fact of how far he had to go, and he went to basically become the #1 fighter, or he will become the #1 fighter. But yeah, I'm interested to see what other characters from the future that we saw. We'll see again. There is one girl who the red dude killed, that I thought she was going to come out, and she didn't come out. So we'll see if she comes out again. That is pretty much it, guys, for this series. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I do appreciate all the love and support. If you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.